Hi guys! So today I'm going to present you in summary my creative process when I do some Eskate photographies. It represents three big steps of production. First it's finding a location, after that it's the Photoshop itself, and the last one is the post-production. So I'm going to go through these three steps during this video. Here are some examples of pictures I did during this summer, and we are talking about images which have been partially modified or just retouched or completely recomposed. So I work with Nikon since the beginning. I do photographies, and usually I work with my D7, which I love because it's a very compact camera, it's mirrorless. It's not heavy, so easy to transport even in your backpack during Eskate ride. So I really love it. The quality is so high, and I normally equipped my camera with the 24-70mm 2.8 lens. It's just amazing. It's not heavy, it's compact also, and the quality of the lens is so beautiful. All pixels are very reproduced into the pictures. So I really love this camera. So one other thing to consider during this kind of photo shoot is the lighting. The lighting is very important to create a more dynamic and vibrant image. So I really recommend to use speed lights, but very transportable speed lights with battery, no cables. So I really suggest to use these classical speed lights we put on the cameras. And attached to these speed lights, I really recommend using a kind of softbox like that. It's done for speed lights. You just have to put on the back, and it's very transportable. Not heavy at all, so it's very useful, and it creates a more natural and diffused lighting, and very close to what we have in a studio. So I really recommend this accessory. So another thing to consider as an accessory to take this kind of pictures, if you are alone to take the picture, is the remote control. It's very useful to trigger your camera by distance. In this case I use the Velo one, but there is a ton of different models. You even can use your smartphone depending on the camera you are using, but I'm finding this one easy because I can take it on my hand. In the same time I have the remote control from the Eskate, so very useful accessory. So after talking about the material and accessories, let's talk about finding a location to my photo shoot. So what I have in mind is something very simple. I chosen the school's parking just next to home. So let's go. So let's take the camera with my little tripod. I like this one because it's very transportable. As I like taking pictures from the ground to create some more dynamic or dramatic shots, I really love. So next, my two speed lights. In this case, I will use only two speed lights. So just finding the right spot. Here we go, the second one. Perfect. So my two nice toys, my bamboo and carbon Evolve skateboards. There we go, just place it like that. So place everything, and okay, so the remote control all set. Just verify it's working. This is a module, you have to plug it through the camera just to make the contact. So plug in here, just fix it. Here we go. Here is the module which is talking to the speed lights just to trigger them by distance, so very useful. I can control them independently, so here we go, test, perfect, it works. So next step is just to make the focus of the composition, so where I will be on the picture. So I just choose an object, here I am using a camera just to make the focus, so here we go, just here. Perfect, so I block the focus manually here. Okay, so let's do the shot. So I'm placing right there, we did the focus setting, and trigger. So here is the result. And of course it's a static shot, but let's see how I do motion or dynamic one. So first thing is just to put a mark on the floor, just to see where the focus of the camera is. Verify if everything is set up. Yes, lights, okay, let's go. So in my case, I won't go so too much fast because the shutter speed of the camera isn't high, so I don't want to be blurry in the picture, so I do some speed test. Oh, it seems to work. Here are some results. So back to home, and it's my favorite part of my creative process, the post-production. And the software I use most of the time is Photoshop. Sometimes I use the Lightroom if there is not too much modification or retouch, but yeah, most of the time it's Photoshop. This is the image I've chosen for my composition, and the first thing I'm gonna do is to reorientate the horizon or the composition itself, just to create something more dynamic and vibrant. So here we go, something like that, not too much, but just enough to have some movement into the composition. After that, the next step will be to die cut the main subject, just to be sure we can replace everything from the background. So I want to recreate everything into the image. In this case, I want to create something more dramatic. So let's find a more grungy or dramatic asphalt. Yeah, perfect. Just be sure the horizon is good. After that, it's finding a new sky, something also dramatic and contrasted, like this one. Yeah, it fits well. The right horizon level. Okay, good. After that, of course, it's just to adjust the light and the color of the background, just to be sure it's all coherent. In this case, a little bit more blue and light on the background, on the ground. On the main subject also you need to be a little bit darker, like that, and yeah, the shadow have to be here, good. And the step after is to add some effects of gravel or particle, just to add more movement and dramatism into the movement of the subject. So let's find some gravels. So here we go. So this is for the front wheels, and also need for the back wheels. Here we go. And of course we need to add some behind the main subject, just to create also some depth of field of the composition. So like that. Just be sure it's well aligned. Good. So the main elements are pretty set up. Now it's just to add a little more color and light, global light effect, just to be sure every element is well coherent on the same level, mainly on the black and the white contrasts. It creates something more integrated into the composition. So here we go, this is the final result. So that's it. This is my creative process. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. And I wish you a nice ride and see you.